Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well under the circumstances. I know that there are some people who are watching this video, who are going to be watching this video, who are infected. I hope it's not too bad for you. Serious times, serious issues. But the issues of feeling well is still relevant. Of feeling good is still relevant. Of feeling safe is still relevant. Of feeling well is still relevant. So, shouldn't it be all about just this problem? No, because this is a problem which can absolutely go out of proportion for us. If we don't look at it in correct proportions, and the proportions are, yes, it's serious, but at the same time, there's something else going on. There's also another urgency besides this pandemic, this coronavirus pandemic, and that is your life, your existence, you. This is a hiccup in your journey of life, your understanding, your road, and the destination that you have chosen for yourself. So the question, of course, becomes, what is it that you have chosen? There's many ideas, there's many issues, but right now, things that truly matter are things that you can do something about. Because this is not, in a way, you can't do much about the disease itself and the way it spreads and so on and so forth. But you can, of course, take the precautions so it doesn't get you. And that's something that it can be very empowering for yourself. Wash your hands, maintain that distance. Don't give it and don't get it from other people. Of course, first try not to get it, but if you do get it, well, still come with this sense of courage and clarity and understanding. That's still required. And those are the things that I want to talk about. So to me, it's not an issue of, can I stop the earthquake? No, but I can help you strengthen the house. And that's what's important. So if the earthquake comes or the earthquake is there, at least the house is strong enough, flexible enough, that it'll take whatever comes its way. And this is what we need to talk about. This is what we need to understand. Because what have you got? Take a look at the basics. Absolutely the basics. You have life. Still, under the circumstances, you still have this wonderful thing called existence. You exist. You are. You can feel. You can understand. You have a heart. You still favor kindness over hate. You still favor joy over pain, over suffering. You still favor clarity over doubt. You still do that. Because of who you are. Of you being a human being. Maybe you didn't come with an instruction manual, but you sure came with a whole bunch of preferences. And you prefer that beautiful serenity over the turmoil of this world. It is the sense. Finally, we have to be in control of us. And what do I mean by that? Because all day long, we go around abdicating the responsibility of our well-being to somebody else. Oh, the doctor will take care of me. Oh, so-and-so will take care of me. The government will take care of me. Right now, some of the leaders, now not all of them, of course, but some of the leaders are so twanged out. I mean, they've checked out. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. There are people who are working overtime in the healthcare industry, people who are working and they're being applauded, and I applaud them. And they're having to bear the consequences of the decisions of some of these leaders who have no idea what they're talking about, no idea what they're doing. But finally, here's the chance to understand one thing, and that this is not the time to blame anybody, but it is time to take charge of your existence. I've been saying that not today, all along. You need to take charge of your life. You are the angel that has come, who's going to save you. I've been saying that so many times. But now there is no question about it. Absolutely no question about it. Will your technology save you? Absolutely not. Buying a new phone isn't going to save you anymore. Somebody introduces something different, that isn't going to make any difference. Right now, you're back to simple basics. What? Maintain the 6 feet distance. Wash your hands. Isolate, isolate, isolate. Wow. You mean right now, no government can help me if I don't isolate? No. I need to wake up to the possibility of me? Yes. Do I need to get my program right? Yes. And how am I going to make it tolerable? This isolating period, and everything else. Well, that's what you have to do. So now the question will come, oh, by the way, do you know who you are? And this is why I say, 3 things. If you could do 3 things: know yourself, live your life consciously. And this has become a big issue. Live your life consciously. Not only do you get to live your life, but you have to live it consciously. You have to be very aware. What am I touching? What am I doing? Who's that? Where is that? What's going on? Live your life consciously. And third, have gratitude in your life. Because that makes it possible to tolerate all this, to have gratitude, to feel thankful in this heart, even in the midst of all this, to feel, wow, I'm still alive. And every day that I'm alive, to be thankful. To actually appreciate. So here's the whole essence of it. You. And you have to come, and yet it's almost like you have to mature. And maybe something like this, of course, we pass on the responsibility to somebody else. It's like somebody else will take care of me. There's a lot of people. And there's like, oh, yeah, well, I'll just, I'll take care of all my problems if I just walk into the church. And I'll take care of all my problems. I'll go to the temple and I will, do prostration in front of the idol and everything will be fine. But now you can't go there. So what are you going to do? How incredibly convenient that the one you need to pray to is right within inside of you. Brilliant. I mean, brilliant. So come this kind of problem, not an issue. The ocean of serenity is inside of you. Brilliant. Brilliant. That the ocean of clarity is inside of you. Brilliant. And this is the time to know and to understand and to feel that one thing. That there is a drop in the ocean. Everyone knows. But there is an ocean in the drop. Only a few know. This is the time to find that ocean in the drop, because that drop that Kabir is talking about is you. Is you. Find that ocean in this drop. Right now, all of the buzz that's going on, that's got to stop. You need to know facts, not fiction. Every step that you take needs to be with facts, not fiction. You need to be clear. You need to really, this is the time to understand the value of clarity. This is the time to understand the value of being conscious. This is the time to understand the value of being complete. This is the time to understand the value of being and coming from strength, not weakness. Because you make those mistakes, and the coronavirus will have its field day with you. The ideal situation, yes, that's what would be the ideal situation, is that you could avoid the pandemic and then maintain your health till some solution is, they find a vaccine or something like that, and then, sort that out. That would be the ideal solution, but some people can't wait that long. They already have it. But again, you have to understand there is a doctor in you too. By the way, of all the things that you have in you, you have a doctor in you too. And a laboratory that's constantly performing the test saying, I don't know that one. I don't know that coronavirus. I'm gonna have to come up with antibodies for that coronavirus. And that's the first doctor that comes in, first response. And what is it doing? A lot of places where they see that, you've got the symptoms, they send you out, go home and isolate yourself. Well, this is so that your doctor can heal you. But that doctor works the best when you're coming from strength, when you're coming from happiness, when you're coming from joy, when you're coming from clarity, even under the dire circumstances. And this is so powerful. This is such a powerful time. Because everything that I have been saying kind of plays out. And I'm not saying like I was right and you're wrong. And that's not my point. But my point is, take heed of what I'm saying. Take heed of what I'm saying, because what I've been saying is going to help you now. And those people who have been taking heed of that, they know what I'm talking about. So that goodness in you has to get sparked. That goodness in you has to come out. Those two wolves that fight in you. The good wolf has to get fed. Now is not the thing of, doing the experimenting of, what happens if I feed the bad wolf? Well, no, this is the time to feed the good wolf, period. This is not the time for the questions. This is not the time for all the million different issues. This is the time to know. This is not the time for believing. This is the time for know. Know the value of knowing. This is the time for you to emerge, to mature within yourself, in your understanding, to grow in your understanding, and finding yourself, knowing yourself, living your life consciously, and having a heart full of gratitude. To me, this sounds like a winning formula, an incredibly good winning formula. So, be safe, be well, be, and I'll see you again. Thank you.